breeze blowing, storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page life is about to appear. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, and if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news they try to hide. Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells you when Mike leaves you rain. Then it's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. We're gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here at Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation Pride.
All right, everybody, good morning. As we fade in, how's everybody doing today? That was some Hurricane Ida footage from when I went up there a couple years ago. So everybody's doing good. The dog of the day is Hunter. Hunter was the chosen one. They were both looking at me this morning. I'm like, which one of you guys is going to be the chosen one? So it's Hunter, as we say hello. So hello. Hunter's doing good. Breathing better. Hey, I got to go to the Rays game, as you probably saw a post. They always do their giveaways. This is the Zimbear bobblehead. Hey, it looks almost like the same size as Hunter. Look, you could almost match them up. Had a great time there. Met a bunch of fans at the Rays game yesterday. It was a lot of fun. Good to see him sweeping Detroit. And was enjoying some amazing new product from my Jack Daniels part. Well, they're not partners. ABC's partner. But they have a Coke Zero can in JD. All in one. The perfect tailgating combination. So, if you're a non-sugar drinker like me, they have the coolest product ever. Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola Zero. It was great. So anyway, we had a great weekend. What did everybody do this weekend? We got a little nasty weather above me right now. We got a tornado watch in place here. We got strong storms crossing into Alabama from Mississippi, and we could have some strong storms for the Panhandle, tip of the Panhandle this evening. So with this little burst of energy above my head here is happening live. Let's put up. Let's go ahead and put up the infrared here. If I can get it to work, I can never see it. Click, click, boom, boom. Why was it not working here? What do we got here? Oh well. Why is it working? Oh, there we go. All right. There we go. That's what it looks like. So, anyway, how's it going? Sunbird at the car show, Eric said. That sun felt good yesterday. I don't know about you, but I love summer. And we got 90s coming. Holy cow, man. We got a bunch of nasty days ahead of us here with some 90s. Let's keep the old radar up here while we chit-chat a little bit. This is live radar. What's up, Chris? What's up, Miss Katie Haley? What's up, Miss Paula? Panama City. Heading up to Panama City for the Golf Jam pretty soon, Miss Paula. Can't wait. Can't wait. What's up, Mr. Jason Triplett? Over there are you too. What's up, Mr. Richard Reamer, Nancy Powers, Dream Girl, Jonathan Heaton, truck driver. The story of the week is big storms again tomorrow. We're going to start covering about. We got another nasty squall line of a deepening low pressure we're going to get into tomorrow. Almost deja vu from what we saw last week as far as tornadoes. That's going to extend into Wednesday. We're going to talk about. So there's some weather to talk about as we get rolling here. See you later, little buddy. I love my little guy. Say bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. He was mad at us. We had a long day of softball on Saturday, or Friday and Saturday, and then the Rays yesterday. So they were pouting a little bit last night. Hey, Bruno from Panama City. How's it going, Bruno? So, hey, I'd like to welcome a new supporter of our page, a local company here, if you live in West Central Florida, Done Right Roofing, all over the place around our area. They're big fans of ours, and we'd love to have a roofing company partner with us because roofing and storms are a big deal. So we're proud to have them along. Local company here. So happy they reached out. Supporting Pinellas, Pasco, and Hillsborough counties. We'll be giving them shout outs. You see their orange and blue trucks all around town, everywhere. They have a really good website with a lot of blogs on there, a lot of roofing questions. If you go to their blogs, you can learn so much here. Very impressive blog page here. Tons of great information. Very impressed with everything. Talking about lightning rods. So I was checking them out today. So give them a check out there. We got them on our website. I just wanted to say hey to everybody there. Apparently, they all follow me. Not sure why. Anyway, all right. So we got the storm site. So Storm Prediction Center just came out with this today. Let's talk about today and then tomorrow. This just came out. We got an updated kind of a tornado risk, 5%. So anytime we get a 5% little brown spot, that usually means we're going to have tornado watch up. There is one currently, but this could push its way down into Florida Panhandle later today. So definitely keep your eye on this if you live in that neck of the woods. Currently, we can take a really good look at some radar here. Let's look at future radar, see what it looks like. So this is going on now. So, yes, definitely going to see some storms inch their way a little bit farther south. Let's take a look at some future radar. This is going on right now. Remember, we talked about this last week. This front kind of backed up a little bit. That big bad storm system that we saw last week kind of flattened out. That kicks energy up, comes right back at you. And that's what we got. So, storms to watch today. Let's take a look here real quick. We can look out in time here. So this is maximum radar. We got to go to simulated. So you can see these storms kind of, they're teasing North Florida. You got to mention North Florida. But this is future radar. Could reach over to Jacksonville area this evening. So this is kind of what you're watching. Could be some isolated supercells, definitely out ahead of this with all this daytime heating that we got. So even though your future radar don't show, we still have signs here. We can see some little storms pop out ahead of it. So anybody in the Panhandle needs to pay attention today. And like I said, this thing could reach all the way to Jacksonville area, Savannah tonight before it fizzles out. And we are seeing signs. Look at this, Florida. We're seeing afternoon storms popping in the middle of the state today. Now, which direction is the flow? The flow is west to east today. The winds are coming in and off the Gulf. So whatever starts out here in the middle of the state today, Monday, reaching the East Coast this evening. So we're going to have thunderstorms brewing. Nothing too heavy, just those isolated summertime storms. So you might get lucky on the Florida East Coast today. All right, so pay attention to that. That's happening now. Let's go back to tomorrow. This is the big day. This is what everybody's going to be talking about. It's almost unheard of that we got another double hatched area of storms tomorrow. This is unfortunately looking like it could last into Tuesday night. Remember, anything in the hatched area could be an EF2 plus. That's the conditions. Conditions will be favorable for EF2 plus. And that's a pretty large area. So this is definitely going to be watched tomorrow. Big deepening low pressure system. We showed a bunch last weekend. And that's what brings. So that's what's happening. So Jason wants to know, is it ever going to rain again? That's what everybody wants to know. Double avocado. What's up, Corrine from the South Carolina lowlands? I remember covering Florence with you all a few years back, 2017. Look at Georgia, Tanya. Yeah, Tanya. Yes, well, there you go. Definitely looking like we could have some action there later today for Georgia. Lady Butterfly, good morning. All right, so that's tomorrow. Unfortunately, like I said, it's going to extend through the night, Tuesday night. Storm chances on Wednesday. Holy moly, we got a squall line all the way from the Gulf north. And it's going to be a pretty potent little squall line. So we're going to have to keep an eye on the storms Tuesday night into Wednesday. This is Wednesday Storm Prediction Center. Now, this front appears it's going to do exactly what this one did. It's going to flatten out, keeping it kind of dry. I showed the 5-day rain map for the southeast, but it could linger a little bit and bring some extra rain chances Sunday for the Florida Peninsula. Looking at surface charts here, you can kind of see that. It verifies it. I love surface charts, but you can see here on Thursday, big old low pressure system up here. Thursday, there's our front. But look what happens. It starts to flatten out. And by the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, this could help bring in a little bit of rain chances for the Florida Peninsula. So, I mean, we're crunchy dry, man. It's not good. You know, latest drought map came out last week, and it's showing, you know, pretty bad conditions here across Florida. So we definitely need some rain. Not good. Severe drought. I guess I read somewhere we haven't had an extreme drought in Florida in quite a few years. So this is where we're at. We'll see. The 5-day rain map doesn't look good. Here's the 5-day rain map. This is rainfall for the next 5 days. Pretty much cutting off the Florida Peninsula. But like I said, on Sunday, there's a chance we could see rains return, and you can see that popped up a little bit here. So we'll get into that a little bit. Let's talk about the storm tomorrow. So we'll definitely this thing's bubbling. You can see that energy. This is live look here, bubbling away. So there's going to be some surprise storms for some people in Alabama and maybe even Georgia later tonight. And like I said, the upper Florida still needs to be watching this thing with some potential supercells that might pop up out of this thing. Like I said, it's not showing it on future radar, but definitely want to keep an eye on this general area here. I'm wiggling through the night. Lower Georgia, upper Florida. But this system that we're watching tomorrow, so this is what it looks like on Tropical Tidbits. We were teasing this last week. It looked pretty massive last week, and it's still verifying to be quite a deep little system here. But anytime you get a deepening low pressure like this in the low 980s, you get a lot of storms out ahead of it. So this is what it's going to look like later tomorrow and tomorrow night. At one time the Euro was showing 970. Luckily it backed off a little bit, but it's still low 980s, 985. So that's that. And like I said, it kind of lingers. So that's what it looks like there. We look at these maps a lot during tropical season because it shows you winds. You rarely get these type of winds showing up at the 850 level over land. So we'll see what it's got. What it's going to look like, though, tomorrow. Let's take a look. We can start to get a sense of the squall line tomorrow. Random storms. It's going to be hard to see on this map, but as we get into Wednesday, you're going to see the line hanging on. We could see some intense storms late Tuesday night. This is what they're worried about. This is 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning Wednesday. So, like I said, this is over Arkansas. I got a buddy in Fort Smith. I called him last week. My buddy Brian Shoemate. This is like 1 a.m. I called him last week. I said, Tuesday, pay attention. So our storms could be going on up at the Chicago area overnight, Tuesday night. Wednesday, the squall line's still looking hefty. This is that line that they're showing from the Storm Prediction Center from Gulf all the way northeast. So we're going to have a hefty line of storms on Wednesday. Wednesday night, still rolling into Mississippi. We'll see how strong they are for Wednesday night. And then as we get into Thursday, you can start to see the line flatten out. High pressure builds in over the U.S. This line's still going to be hanging on in the Texas area Thursday. And then that energy flattens out Thursday night. And then Friday, it's still hanging on, pumping up some Gulf juice. So definitely going to get some rain. This front's going to linger around a lot for Texas, maybe even Louisiana through the week. And bringing some random storms Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even into Saturday. And then we got the frontal line hanging on, flattening out. And then we get into Sunday. You can see what I'm talking about here. Here's Sunday morning. It's just going to be hit or miss what's happening on Easter Sunday. But definitely with this front flattening out, we're going to have increased rain chances over Sunday. Not what you want to hear, but you might as well know there's a chance. Let's take a look at rainfall for Sunday. It does look like across the southeast we could see some rain on Sunday. No, this doesn't go out to Sunday. A little too far yet. Here's Sunday. So yeah, you can see that rain chances. This is Sunday. Unfortunately. Well, good for Florida, but Masters. This is the rain incoming. This is Thursday or Wednesday into Thursday, but you can just see that line flatten out, and again, kind of lingers. Later part of the weekend, we could be extra juicy across the south with some random showers for the peninsula. There you have it. How about that? Vicky Hill, what'd you miss? Ian was upgraded. What's up, Matt? I was going to mention that National Art. I just retweeted it actually. It's made landfall as a 4, but I guess he said it was a 5 offshore. Interesting. That definitely brought the surge, Eric and everybody. So yeah, the National Hurricane Center released the Ian report today. I just reshared it. 112 billion, almost 113 billion dollars in damage. 113 billion dollars in damage. So the full report's out there. One thing I don't know enough people maybe even know this, but let's see if it pops up here. There's my brew. There it is right there. So the whole concept of the website that I made in 2004 was to have like this one-stop shop for, really it started out for me, so I can go to it. I still use it. But the coolest thing that I added years ago was this box here of all my posts and retweets. So when you're on the page, you can scroll through here and see everything I've retweeted or posted. And here it is. I just retweeted it 31 minutes ago, the National Hurricane Center report for Ian. But just so you know, you can always go back here and see all the posts. And then when you click on them, it takes you out to the full post. But you can see Southeast heating up. Tomorrow highs in the 90s. Upgrade is, so, when you go to the site, you can see everything. Because a lot of times posts get lost in social media. And you only see like the last post. Or maybe a post from 3 days ago. So it's a cool little thing. Then, of course, down here, halfway down the bottom here, I have posts from everybody that I follow. Josh Morganman here, and Weather Channel, Weather Nation. So you get even more weather. James Spann. So look at that. Tons of great information if you want something more. So it's all on the site. It's a cool thing. And then the app, just letting people know, we have a lot of app users. I have a Mike's Post thing, the third one down. If you hit that, it's really nice, especially in hurricane season, because, like I said, you get lost. Oh, there's a nice shot of me picking my nose. But, everything's right there. All my posts are right there. So, you can always stay up that way. If you get confused in social media, and you're like, I'm not seeing anything. Well, there they go. Mike's Post. Everything's right there. And I guess you can still watch the video on it. I didn't even know that. Look. I'm live on. Oh, yeah, you click on it. Look, it's playing. Cool. Anyway. All right, so we got stormy weather coming. Big rains. Minus Florida Peninsula. The big story here, too, is the heat. We'll see if this thing gets extended. Current tornado watch is up. This one's up until 11. We'll see if they add a new one. They probably will add one, I would think. There's probably one coming. I'm almost positive they're going to do a new one eastward. Sometimes they'll tease the idea with an oh, there you go. Severe threat continues locally. That was a new mess. They got these new mesoscale discussions. I don't know if you noticed or not, but they're really clean. Nice looking. So we'll see if we have a new tornado watch. Remember, a watch, you have the ingredients of a tornado. Not a warning. A warning is you have a tornado. Had to use a taco diagram. Mary Ann, what's going on? How you doing? Nice story there, Mary. Yeah, we talked about it. You're welcome. Thank you. Hey, Yohel, what's up, buddy? Had my first cigar with Yohel on the cruise. Weather Watcher, found me on Instagram. Cool. I'm on YouTube. Yay! That's our goal this year. We're getting a little bigger on YouTube. I got a picture here. I was going to see if I could show it. Since we talked about Yohel. Yohel's over on YouTube if you're wondering who the heck I'm talking to. Who is this Yohel guy? And I guess I'm screwing your name up. I don't know. Yo. You told me on the ship, but it's probably after too many rums, cokes. So here's the infamous cigar picture. Let's see if I can zoom it in a little bit. There we go. So there's my first cigar. It might be my last. I don't know. My dad still smokes them. He's 85. All right. So the other big story that's interesting is the heat. So again, I'm curious. The National Hurricane Center just released the. I'll reshare it on Facebook too. They just released a full Hurricane Ian report. Be interesting to read up on that. Read all about it. This is the other kind of big story is the heat this week. Pretty intense. So the whole U.S. here, let's do this one real quick. So we know there's a big storm coming, right? Anytime you get a lot of heat, hot and cold don't mix. That's when we get these storms. Well, you got hundreds all the way down to South Texas today. So hundreds in Texas, across the big chunk of Texas, hundreds. And you can see this front kind of push through, and you'll see the temperatures go away with it. Now, because this front flattens, look who's the only one that doesn't get to enjoy it other than out west. Most everybody, high temperatures on Saturday. Check this out. Look, almost everybody in the 70s, 60s, 50s for highs for a big part of the mid-Atlantic. But not Florida. The forecast for Florida is hot. Like, very hot. Like, 90-degree hot. This is what we got coming. All right, so today we're going to see a splattering of 90s across the middle part of the state. Dark red is 90s. We start getting into these lighter whites. It's almost upper 90s. Look at tomorrow, though. Bam! 90s, upper 90s, all the way through the state. 90s across Florida West Coast. The Gulf is not protecting us anymore. Wednesday's even hotter. Man, we might hit 95 in Tampa. This is Wednesday. Unbelievable. 94, 95. I mean, it's just nutty. Little bit of winds rolling in off of the Atlantic will keep people cool over there. Joel Harrison says, if I show up at Jim Cantori, run. Shelly, you're going to get a little break over there. Spring sprung. What's up, Miss Katie Haley? Greetings from Brevard, North Carolina. What's up, Lisa Reed? Morning, Miss Mary Carol Chapman. Nice meeting you on the ship there. Christy Miller, I hear you. So look at that. Hot. All right. And then we get a little bit of break Thursday. Nope. Break Friday. Okay, maybe a little bit Friday. Saturday, yes. Sunday, really big time. That's because that front flattens out. So high temperatures on Sunday are upper 70s, maybe some middle 70s for the Florida Panhandle on Sunday. But it also means we could have some rain. But it is going to cool down just a little bit. I-4 North. Remember, everything in the world and everything in Florida is controlled by Interstate 4. Everything. I think the heat from the cars create like a force field. And all those cars, there's even more cars on Interstate 4, right? It's like a blocking what the weather stops at Interstate 4. Hey, I got a new 5G router for my truck. Thing is phenomenal. Getting ready for hurricane season. So now I have a 5G and a 4G. Tested it this weekend. It was incredibly good. It's good. All right, what's about it? I don't know. Water temperatures are slowly warming up. Let's see. They haven't upgraded this graphic yet. It's still February 4th. It's 2 months behind. Bummer. I'm going to leave it up there, though, because they haven't changed it. It's still off the NHC site. Maybe they just haven't fixed it in a while. So, anyway, the water anomaly map, obviously, things are warm. You know, a lot of talk about El Nino. Did cool down a little bit, though, because of those cold fronts that we had. Monthly, though, it's still way above. You know, a lot of talk about El Nino, meaning a stormier, wetter end of the year. I saw Brian Norcross mentioning Florida activity was increased during El Nino years. Gene and Francis and Charlie and all those were El Nino years. So was Michael and Florence. And he said Andrew was, but I don't know. Looking at the historical maps on Andrew, I didn't see it being an El Nino year, but he did. So he's the boss. Hi, Rosie Crump. Good question. Well, Shelly always just helped me. She helped when I didn't ask, so I was just like, hey. She's like me. She sits at home in her office and loves social media, and I'm like, well, cool. She's had our backs ever since. We had a lot less hate mail last year, though, Shelly. That was a good year for us. It's only about the weather. Actually, 99% of the fans I meet don't chat. They're like, I'm on there. I'm watching. They just don't talk. But anyway. Yeah, I just reached out to her one day. I'm like, who are you? Yeah, Chris Hargis. What's up, buddy? Yeah, 90 degrees. I'm wondering. It is a little, we did have a little cool down because of these cold fronts. We can look at some buoy data. Buoy. Buoy. I wonder if that's what all The guys that work in the National Buoy Center say when they start a day, like, buoy, buoy! So these are going to be really hot. They're out there by the loop current. Let's see what they say here. This is more wave height. I don't know if we got a temperature on this one or not. Doesn't look like it. Buoy, buoy! Buoy, buoy. This one does. Temperature 79.9. 79.7. So it did cool down just a little bit. There's 78.3. This has only got air temp. It is a little cooler by the coast. Here's 77 off the coast of Fort Myers. 70, let's see here. We got any down there. There's 80 degrees there. Coming in off of the lake of Kojobi. That's shallower depth. So we got an 80 degree water temperature there south of looks like Punta Gorda, Cape Coral, right there, Fort Myers. So it's 80 degrees by Fort Myers, Pine Island. These are all the areas really hit, obviously, by Ian. Here's 76.5. Still a little chilly by me. 79.7. No, look at that. Almost 78 by Clearwater. Oof. It is warming up fast. Wow, we're almost at 80 here off of the Honeymoon Island. 79.7. That's inching up there. Do you guys see my April Fool's joke? I thought that was funny. Changed the name from, I don't even know what kind of noodles. I just Googled noodles. Came up with, let's see if I can find it here. I think my tweet stopped. Oh, goodness. What was it? I don't remember what I called it, but it was funny. A couple of years ago, I posted some stuff on, I did an April Fool's. I was going to do like a temperature forecast and say that we had an unusual cold front come through the area and we're going to be like in the 30s tonight, right? Then I'm like, oh no, my luck. Some farmers are going to believe it and they're going to go out there and cover all their plants and then they're going to realize it was a joke and get really mad. So I was like, I better not do that. Years ago, I think I did post a hurricane graphic that showed a storm brewing. That didn't go over too well. So this time was innocent. And we had the low carb keto spaghetti models. All right, we'll say hi to a few more folk and then we'll roll on out of here. Big thanks to my ABC folks again signing up for another year. We're going to have some fun again with some commercials, I guess. That went really good last year. So that was a long day. I did a 30-second commercial. It took all day. It's like, wow. Thank you, Miss. Is it a Mr. or Mrs. R.E. Riggs? I just like big rigs. Hey, Jeffrey, what's up, buddy? Are you on a cruise? Are you kidding me? Are you a cruise man now, buddy? Jeff was on our Mike's Weather Page cruise. Mike E, yeah, listen, there are some changes coming. Yeah, the 7-day predictions is right. There's something else I heard they're going to change a little bit with the cones and maybe something with the surge maps. So nothing's like official yet. I didn't think the NHC published a 7-day map, but I saw some news outlets showing it. So it's there. They're going to 7 days. So this is the map they're doing the 7-day, this guy right here. So normally, when we usually have the crayons, like an X, and then we have like a circle, showing. Well, now instead of 5 days out, it's going to go to 7 days out. So they're going to show areas that could develop 2 days earlier. So that means we have officially more time to talk about storms. We usually talked about them 10 days out. Now they're 7 days out. So it's nothing new that we've been doing, but it'll drive more people to our page to watch tropics because now they're going to be showing these 7-day maps on the news, and when they show the cone and the circles and the crayons come out, then people get a little nervous. Hey, did you see my thank you card? Check this out. I got a very nice thank you card from the Florida Division of Emergency Management, thanking me for everything we did at Daytona together. So that was really nice of them. Light boiling. But that was really sweet. So appreciate it, girls. It was nice. So we'll hopefully get to do that again in Daytona 500. Yep, Reed did the Kathy Motes. I saw that. Reed announced that he retired. Then I saw a bunch of other chasers do the same thing. But I didn't think anybody would care. I was going to hang up my flip-flops. I think that was kind of funny. Hanging up my flip-flops. Oh, Chris, I saw that video. Some lady, it looked like she was drinking. So yeah, we're going to be going every day of the week, May 15th. Shelly just told somebody asking over YouTube. It's family time. I enjoy doing these, as you know. Now, I'm just happy now we're streaming on a lot of platforms. Love Facebook, but we've expanded out to Twitter, and obviously YouTube is growing. We appreciate all of the YouTube traffic. Trying to get YouTube numbers up takes forever, but we're going to get there. And TikTok is one day we'll have a stream key there, but we do upload. So I got a system of. So the way the tropics usually work is. So whenever I do an interview and stuff, that I always get to ask the question, "What's your daily routine like?" So, in the heart of the season, I get up early, 5, 6 ish, and post away. So, usually you'll get a ton of posts from me up until we start our show at 9:19 Eastern. So there'll be a lot of posts, and then I've been doing these 1-minute videos that go pretty good. So I think what I'm going to start doing is the little 1-minute quickies in a nutshell right after the lives. That way everything's fresh in my head. And then those I get posted on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter. And do the little 1-minute updates. So I think by noon I'll do my 1-minute ones because those are good. People like that 1-minute quickie. Then I'll post away again through the afternoon because we have a new model runs pop in around noon. So we'll have all kinds of new model data. 12Z model suite's great. We have new ensemble runs. Euro comes out around 2 o'clock. So, the afternoons are really filled with a lot of posts. And then I try to do these 5 o'clock somewhere posts. A recorded video that went really good last year. And those get uploaded everywhere. And that's more of a short 5 to 8 minute video on what's happening in the tropics, and talk about fresh data and what things are looking like. So we do that, and then 8 o'clock, if there's a storm, I go live again. We do another Daily Brew PM edition. So we do that during the tropics, and then post a little bit more, and I usually end the day posting the 11 o'clock advisory from the NHC and do it all over again. No softball highlights, Vicky, but they're coming. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. A lot of cool stuff, and one thing that we did introduce last year, we have different levels of support. People love to support the page over the years. They always ask, and we appreciate every single one of you that do. And, all the data and shows obviously are free. Nothing, not taking away anything ever, but we do offer this Cat 5 yearly supporter package. Then we give a lot of stuff along with that Cat 5, shirts, stickers, koozies. But the coolest thing I started last year was a texting service, and we offer that to the Cat 5. So anytime I go live outside of 9:19, we let everybody know, like, hey, Mike's going to be live at 8 tonight, or I always uploaded those 5 p.m. videos. Hey, we just got done with the afternoon update. So at least the Cat 5 crew try to give a little extra to you guys and gals. Tico just said, "Dear value customer, we just got a scam alert." It's a letter. Has her logo on it. Trying to do no cost solar. Hunter's snoring away. A lot of noise comes from that little guy. Crazy. All right, well, there you go, guys and gals. Appreciate it. We got our Hurricane Expo coming up soon. I'm doing one April 22nd in Madeira Beach, which is the whole Florida west coast there along Pinellas County. And then I'm doing one May the 6th for my great city of Oldsmar. That one is actually being sponsored by Furman, and we're giving away a generator again, thanks to our Furman crew. Appreciate that. I don't know if you saw my video yesterday, but I had the old electric. This is so awesome. So they have the 0E, right? So yesterday was great. I found a little blender. Sarah was so excited. Let me show you the picture here. She always wants an icy or a smoothie. So I was like, I'm going to make her a smoothie. So that's what I did. Let me see if I can find a picture here. She was so happy. So we made smoothies. Oh, I forgot I took this picture. I got to post it. Oh my God, she missed my head. So there's me making the smoothie. And it ran off my 0E. And we had the radio playing. And I had a plug-in cooler. Remember the plug-in cooler, Shelly? So there's Sarah enjoying her smoothie. Smoothies powered by Furman. But it was a lot of fun. We love doing that kind of stuff. Cool beans. All right. Well, that was fun. But anyway, we got to roll, I reckon. I got to do softball highlights. Yeah, so our East Lake softball team did an amazing job. They won this tournament called the Leopard Slam, and the girls were doing great. Emily had a big role in it, and she's back to 100% with her toe now. And local Baymaid's softball going to do a story on her and the team. So I'm excited to add. I'll share it for sure. And, she had 8 chances in the championship game at second base, and she had all 8 of them. No E's. She had a double play. She had 3 double plays for the weekend. She had a triple, a double, and hitting every game. And got the pitch against a pretty tough team and gave up, only 2 earned runs. So she had a great weekend. Excited. All right. Well, listen, y'all, we will see you on Wednesday, right? We've got big storms to watch for. Remember, Upper Panhandle, definitely lower Alabama, Georgia this evening. You got to keep an eye on these storms. Might be a new tornado watch popping up here. Keep an eye on that. Then, of course, tomorrow, big storms. Unfortunately, almost deja vu again. Severe storms tomorrow. Bad situation again. Seems like... it's like the third round of these serious storms. Unfortunately, you can just see that big low pressure taking form, and there they are tomorrow. All these isolated storm cells. You know, when you get a lot of these systems able to keep their heat, you know, when they become isolated out ahead of these fronts, these are what you got to watch. So this is showing up tomorrow evening into tomorrow night. And then that line's going to stay together possibly into Wednesday. So Tuesday night we got to watch. We'll see what kind of storms we get Wednesday across the upper Gulf Coast. Could have some strong storms Wednesday across the upper Gulf Coast as this frontal line moves on out of here. So we'll keep an eye on that. All right. So I'm going to be hanging out with my dogs doing softball highlights here. All right. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you Wednesday for the Daily Brew.